Rosie and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be discussing 14 New Year's resolution ideas for 2022. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and let's get into it. So first up on my list I have spend mindful time outside. Now I spend a lot more time outside than I think I do because I have to walk to class and I have to walk to get food, like when I'm at school, all that stuff. So I actually do spend a pretty decent amount of time outside, but I don't ever like actively go outside because I want to. It's more because I have to get from one place to the other. So I think a really good idea is to spend like 10 to 20 minutes of mindful time outside, whether that's like when you first wake up or maybe you're gonna go on a walk in the evening, just something like that. Clear your mind, inhale fresh air, just spend a little bit of time in nature. Resolution idea number 2 is to read 2 books a month. In middle school, I read so many books. Middle school, elementary school, like my parents would come into my room at like 11:30 at night and be like, "Hannah Rose, you have to go to bed." And they would take my book from me. And like in high school and in college, I've definitely fallen off the bandwagon a little bit. I don't read as many like print books. I'll like read on my phone. I read a lot of fan fiction. That's embarrassing. I don't know why I said that, but I definitely want to get back into reading books, whether that's like fiction or self-help, anything like that. But I just think for anybody, expanding your literary horizons is just going to be really beneficial to you in the long run. Resolution number 3 is to say 5 affirmations every single morning. You know, just self-care is super important, and practicing positive self-talk with yourself is gonna help you develop a better mindset regarding the people around you and regarding yourself, and it's gonna help you build better self-esteem and maybe even manifest some stuff for your future. Number 4 is to learn 2 new recipes by heart, or just to learn 2 recipes by heart in general. Like I can make a total of like 3 things off the top of my head, but I want to be able to just, you know, go into the kitchen and be able to like pull things off the shelf and just like make it off the top of my head without having to stare at my computer screen every 30 seconds because I don't know what the ingredients are. So I think a really beneficial thing for anybody is to just learn a new recipe, explore your culinary skills. Number 5 is to practice self-reflection. Now this can be in the form of anything. It can be journaling, practicing gratitude, even practicing meditation. So anything like that can really help you develop like positive skills and mindsets and just to work through your emotions a little bit better, because emotional awareness is so important right now, you know, especially because we're navigating through a pandemic still. And communication is different than it has been for the majority of our lives. So it's just super important to practice self-reflection so you can be more aware of your own emotions. Number 6 is to reform your social media. Maybe you want to develop a YouTube channel, refine your blog, start, you know, being like a proper influencer or micro-influencer on Instagram, something like that. I think this entire year I've made a total of 6 posts on Instagram. You know, I think I would like to get up to maybe 2 posts a month, something like that. Just focusing on putting positive stuff out into the world. Number 7 is to support a local farmer at least once a month. That can be anything from maybe going to a produce stand and buying a few fresh tomatoes to maybe you buy all of your eggs from your neighbor who has chickens. Just something like that. You know, support the people that make your food for you. Number 8 is to reduce your screen time. I think I spend a total or like an average of 3 hours on my phone every single day, which could be significantly worse. There was a time last year that I think I spent 8 hours on my phone every day, which was really bad. So I've definitely decreased it, but I think I would like to get down to like under 2 hours a day. You know, maybe I'll spend that time reading a book or going on walks, anything like that, because the internet can have some toxic stuff. Of course, there's some really great stuff out there and educational stuff, but if you're not mindfully scrolling, it can really become a really deep, dark rabbit hole easily. Number 9 is to develop a new form of self-care. So that can be anything from using a gua sha or an ice roller every single morning to sitting down once a week to paint your nails. Just anything like that. Just have a time and a routine where you can spend some time with yourself, taking care of yourself. Number 10 is wear sunscreen, which I know is kind of a given, but not everybody does. But yeah, sunscreen is so important. That's all. Number 11 is to take the stairs when you can. Get all 10,000 steps in. Be healthy. Be swole. Yeah. Number 12 is to spend more time listening. Now, I am totally guilty of this. I talk more than I listen a lot of the time, and I want to be a better leader. I want to be a better friend, an individual in general. So for me personally, I want to take a step back and I want to listen more than I speak. And I hope that gives me the opportunity to get to know people better than I do. Number 13 is to limit social media time, which kind of goes hand in hand with limiting screen time. Like for me personally, I will download Instagram and I'll make a post and then I'll delete it because I know that I just open my app mindlessly and I scroll and I scroll and I scroll and I'm not looking for anything in particular. And I know that I wasted a lot of time on Instagram. So for me, limiting my social media time is deleting Instagram, but everybody can function in different ways. Maybe you want to delete TikTok for 1 week out of every month, or just, delete the app for 24 hours every week, just something like that. So, you can not spend all of your time scrolling, because I know that I personally do have that issue. And number 14, last but not least, is to start composting or being mindful about limiting food waste. So I don't know if you guys know this, but about 40% of all food produced in the US is thrown away at some point. Now that can be during production, maybe it's not pretty enough to make it to the shelves, or maybe somebody buys it and it goes bad in the fridge. At any point, food can be thrown away, and that contributes to millions of tons of methane, and that's even worse than CO2 when it builds up in landfills. So just developing compost, maybe you have a worm bin on your balcony, or just a little pile in your backyard where you can make compost and spread it in your garden or on your yard, is going to be really, really, really beneficial in the big picture to limiting, methane and food waste in our atmosphere and on our planet, because this is the only planet that we have. But that is all I have for you guys. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and comment down one of your New Year's resolutions in the comments. But like I said before, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!